Endicott native John Bones Jones had his day in court today following Tuesday's arrest for violating his probation. Jones received 5 traffic tickets, including 1 for drag racing back on Thursday. Jones accepted a plea deal in Bernalillo County Court in New Mexico this morning that requires the former UFC light heavyweight champion to ask permission from his probation officer to drive a motor vehicle. District attorneys were asking for a 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. curfew, but Jones's attorney successfully argued against that. Judge Michael Martinez warned Jones that if he ends up back in the courtroom, quote, it won't go well. Jones will still be eligible to fight in UFC 197 in Las Vegas on April 23rd against Daniel Cormier for a chance to regain the title stripped from him last year. The defending America East softball champion Bearcats have started the season off hot with a 14-9 record and make their return home today against Niagara. New additions to the outfield wall commemorating the historic 2015 season for the home opener today. Well, today was all about the bats. Let's start with the leather. Chanel Ward lifts one to center, but Jesse Rutherford getting the uni dirty on the diving catch. Top play nominee. Now to the bats. Bottom one, Lisa Cadigan would homer in the 3rd inning, but here just misses the round tripper to center. Short hops the fence to plate 1, 2-0 BU after 1. Bottom 2, Kate Richard would also go deep in the 3rd, but here shoots it right over the center fielder's head. 1 run in to score. Richard hustling all the way around to 3rd in with the triple. Steph Bielik coming up next and playing a little game of trading places. Lines one into the corner and left. Richard can all but walk home. Bearcats take the opener 13-0. Sarah Miller throws the first no-hitter for BU since 2009, and a 10-run first inning in Game 2 gives the Bearcats a doubleheader sweep, 15-1 in Game 2. Some boys lax rivalry action battle the Susquehanna on the North Shores. First quarter, all Bears. Sam Bowman deep in the corner, charging like a bull. Man bounces it 5-hole. How we doing? Vestal up 2-0. Then Bowman getting into the other column on the score sheet finds Jared Nelson out front for the rocket past the keeper. It's 3-0. And just for good measure, how about another? Bowman, the ground ball out to Nelson, and watch this. Handful of shot fakes. We'll give that a top play nominee. Bears take the rivalry win 18-1. To Spartan Country, Emmy leading Seton by a bunch in the first half, with the Saints trying to inch back. John Williams all alone on the far side, bounces it from 20 yards out, manages to get it in the back of the net. 9-1 Emmy. Spartans answer back though. Vincent Voltaggio doing all the legwork behind the cage, finds a hole to toss to Drew Grassi for the overhand score. 10-1 Spartans. Under a minute to go now. Brendan Bochinski deep in the corner beats his man and beats the keeper. Emmy goes on to win big, 24-1. To the Shenangos, starting with the Valley hosting Whitney Point on the new turf field, and it's beautiful. Warriors leading 2-0 in the first. Dawson Driscoll, seeing about that, drops down to sidearm, fires at home, cuts the lead in half. But Matt Slezak doesn't take too kindly to that, coming out of nowhere to dislodge the ball and the stick of Driscoll, then manages to hustle all the way down to find the back of the net. And no, folks, he's not quite that fast, but it's 3-1 CV. But Slezak just getting started off. The feed from Tanner Beagle leaps, turns, fires, scores. He'd finish with 6 goals on the day. Warriors win at 19-4. Down the way to Forks, Blue Devils hosting Watkins Glen, and this one all Forks. Kevin Solomon from behind the cage out to Jake Topa, spin move, then over the top in for the goal. 3-0 Blue Devils. Minutes later, Cody Lamond with nothing but daylight in front of him, shot fake and pass to Seth Bush for the marker. 4-0 Forks, but still plenty more left in the tank. Colin Topa, the long stick defenseman, playing like a short stick attacker across midfield, untouched all the way in. Forks cruises in the monster win, 20-0. That's it for sports. We'll be back right after Evening Lottery numbers.